This is Jay,
This is A,
and this is Moxicated.
where we drop the booze and walk through the reality of life alcohol-free.
So grab your favorite mock, get ready to laugh, and let's get Moxicated.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a Mox Monday.
Mox Monday, we're here.
Our Mox Mondays have just been getting funnier and funnier. Well, maybe only to us, but I hope you guys are laughing with us.
Mox Monday is like an exhale for me, I feel.
Yes.
It's like, oh, let's just relax and laugh a little bit. And we will today because we've got another great topic, I think, for us.
Yes.
This topic actually reminded me of Allie first.
Maybe that's why it's such a great topic.
Because today we are talking about hobbies that keep your hands busy, but still your mind. To see our display. But truly, I think this is such a good idea, especially for my brain, because if I am doing something, I am 10 times more able to focus. Like, remember when you came over the other day and you were telling me a story, and I was like, can I just clean my coffee maker while you're telling me the story? Because it helped me listen
Yes.
so much more than if I was staring at her.
Yes.
And so I just think that that's such a good way to think about this, because when you are focusing on whatever your hands are doing and it's like your hands are busy, there isn't room for thought in your brain.
No.
And it's such a wonderful life.
Yes.
With
Yes,
no
it is. A beautiful life with no thoughts.
Okay, so I would like to say that I think almost all of these are A has done.
Yes.
Almost every single one. Maybe not lino cut. Printmaking.
Yeah.
She made some prints in school.
Yeah.
We did do that.
Yes.
But okay, so let's just get going.
Lino cuts could basically be cricut.
Okay, so this girl taught me how to do the cricut the other day. Cricut. Wow.
It's a lot of steps.
If Allie wouldn't have been here, that thing would have been on Central.
It always makes me laugh because some people will just so freely be like, hey, can you make this on your Cricut for me? And I'm like, you have no clue. No clue. The steps, you have to create it in the computer, then it goes to that, then you got to weed it, then you got to transfer tape it, then you got to cut it. There's many steps. And while you can get fast at it, I do understand why people have a business out of it, because it's just too much work to do for free for everyone.
Maybe that's it. You start working these things with your hands, and all of a sudden you have a new business.
Yeah. Or just keep the hobby, because I've tried to make too many things into a business and then I hate them all.
The thing was about us doing that Cricut is I was so focused on what we were talking about too, because I was doing that and we were able to have conversations, and I just think that that is just how a lot of brains work.
Yes.
Have
you done any of these? I see one.
I've done
board games.
Oh yeah.
Board games.
I've done board games. Okay.
Puzzles.
And puzzles. I think board games are harder for me to do as like I have to plan for a board game because I am very competitive. So I don't know if this would calm me down, but it could calm other people down. But a puzzle, ooh, I love a puzzle. And I can take other things in. I'm so calm. The only thing about a puzzle, and we've said this before, is nobody can help me.
Competitive.
But I just like placing the stuff, and yes, looking. You know what's good too is like strategy, right? Like, okay, so I'm gonna find the outside pieces. I'm gonna do this. There's just so much involved that your little brain is doing.
Want to know something crazy?
What?
I don't do the outside first.
I was gonna say you go inside out, don't you?
Yeah.
Find the centerpiece.
But I also intentionally put puzzles on the table so my kids will come help me. So that's where we're different.
There's like something in my body that physically, like even you saying that, I'm having a physical like my heart is like, no, don't let your kids help you. Like, what is wrong with me?
They get pretty, well, it depends what the puzzle is. If it's something that they actually like, then they'll stay for a while. But if they can't find a piece right away, they're like, oh, okay, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Something that you did that I'm not like jealous, but like I want to do, and I know I'm going to be horrible at it because it's really hard. But tell us about pottery.
Ooh, I love pottery, and we're talking like a will pottery,
Yes.
not just hand building. And I actually did it with another mom. We were in a class for over a year, once a
Mm.
week, and for me it was more of a therapy because like on the pottery wheel you really can't rush it, you have to just go slow and like do it. And
Mm.
for me, I every craft, everything, I'm gonna just learn it real quick and make a million of them. And with pottery you cannot do that. If you rush it, it literally like turns into like the flop, like starts all crazy. And
Yes.
so it was very hard on me. Like literally I listen to everything faster. I will fast
Mhm.
forward anything like on YouTube. If it's one speed, I'm like, I can never get through this. Like I need faster everything. And so for that, it was more of like literally like healing of for me to do.
Yes.
And I never mastered the will after a year and a half of classes, which was so frustrating for me because I usually can pick up something very quickly. But and I mean, the mom that I did that with, she actually sells
Oh my
pottery
gosh,
as a
her
job
hair is
now, you
gorgeous.
know? And so it's like, I think for me, I needed to have that failure in that way. Like I
Yes.
still made really cool things and I loved them. And I figured out that I actually liked hand building better than the will because I just, for my personality and all that, I could not like slow down enough or like leave my head.
Yes. You know what's interesting too, though, is like I remember when you were doing it that it would like, as much as it frustrated you, I do also feel like it gave you that element of like what we're talking about of
Yeah.
like still mind, of focusing, of committing, because I've always like I've heard you talk about how much you miss it and how much you want to
Yeah.
go back, and so as much like it was almost like such a good hard, like a good challenge for
Yes.
you.
It really was a good challenge.
To woodworking.
Woodworking, I love to whittle.
You actually do like she does know how to do all of this stuff because her husband has all the tools. But like like she'll make stuff and she'll be like, yeah, I just threw that on the. You don't have a lathe at home, but you're like, I just cut that. Or
Yeah.
like I cut that wood. I'm like, you know how to cut wood.
Yeah, well, so I did make wood shelves for like a full year,
You did. I have
like that
one
were
still.
hexagons and
Oh my
triangles before you
gosh.
could buy them
Yes.
like at every store.
Yep.
um, but that also too, like I in early sobriety and I think too early motherhood, I jumped into the creative alley. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was a part of me that I like forgot about in my 20s. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I did have one friend where we would have creative nights. We would literally decorate lighters because we were chain smokers. We would make flower crowns for parties and like have like creative dinners, but it was never like my choice of things. And so I think really like opening up and like being creative, and a lot of these things are creativity.
Yes.
It's like very surprising too. And also, if you're not good at something and you don't like it, stop doing
You
it.
don't have to do it. You
Yeah.
don't have to weave
Yeah,
baskets.
weave
And you
baskets.
don't have to macrame, even though I know Allie is very good at macrame also.
But it's hard.
But it is hard, you know? And like you could also, one thing that's on here that I don't do, but I feel like maybe like a side portion I do is scrapbooking and journaling. I love to do a vision board.
Yes.
And that's almost, I feel like scrapbooking and journaling is cool because it's not like, it's a different type of silent mind than like pottery or macrame. It's like there
Yeah.
you're focusing on what you're doing. Journaling, scrapbooking, and vision boards are almost like manifesting
Mhm.
or like remembering, putting things into like, motion from your brain. And so it's almost like the stillness of everything else except for like whatever it is that you're manifesting or talking about in that moment. And you've talked about like the brain dump so many times. And I think that that's also a good way to do that, to like get everything out of your head by creating, what you want in the future or what you thought your past was and looking at it.
Yeah.
I also really love on here painting and coloring.
Yes. And if you don't think that you're a painter, get a color by number. It was life changing. I really prize mine. It would drive her insane. And it was overwhelming at first when I opened it and saw all of the small things. But if you just go slow, if you just go slow and do it, then like the end prize is so amazing. Like I could never paint the picture that I did.
Right? You know what's so funny is I do like a coloring book and I will get down to some colors, but something that I have found myself buying and like kind of like getting busy with more, and maybe this isn't so much a craft, but it is still something to keep your hands busy, is word searches.
Oh yeah, I love word
I'm a
searches.
word search girl. I always have been. I remember when I was little, I'd get them. And so that is also something. And I like to do, like, sometimes I'll do each word search with, like, a different color or
Yeah.
something to,
Oh
like,
yeah.
make
I
it
get the whole
pretty.
bag of highlighters
Yes.
out.
And then sometimes I like find words and I'm like, oh, I didn't know about that word, and it's just like takes me off into my like little word search land.
Yes, I love that.
I also feel like you definitely went through a whole sewing and making clothes phase.
Oh my gosh, I went through such a sewing phase. I really, really thought I was going to be a fashion designer when I was younger.
Well, you would make shirts, and especially because like for how your back was, you kind of took control of that and altered all of your clothes in a way that fit you so perfectly.
Yes, I did.
And like I know that it's cool too because some of these little things that you learn or like even pottery or whatever, you never know when it can come back to help you.
Yeah.
I rely on my mother-in-law a lot for sewing things
Yeah.
because like the dogs rip up the loveys, or I rip a hole or something in something that I'm wearing, and my mother-in-law can fix it for all of us right away, and I know that you would be able to do that too, and you
Yes.
will be able to for your kids. So
And they do. They bring me the craziest things.
and
They're
it's just
like,
like,
"Can you put this back together?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
and even then, I'm sure it's like just a little moment, even
Yeah.
focusing on the thing you're making, focusing
Mhm.
on your kid, how they tore their little knee. It's just such a valuable thing to have.
Yes.
Um, the other thing on here that I really liked was jewelry making.
Yes. And you've done this.
I've done this, and it also kind of reminds me of my most recent thing that I did with my hands to quiet my mind. And a lot of this is like stuff I'm forced to do. Like, unfortunately, I don't have a brain that's like, let's sit down and do crafts right now. It literally has to be forced on me. And I've mentioned before, my daughter is a cheerleader, and something that they do in the cheerleading world is they decorate clothespins, and
Oh yeah.
then it's called pinning. And so, like, they try and pin other cheerleaders as they're walking by, kind of secretly, and
Mm.
it's just like good luck, hit zero, and just all these decorated things. And so we have kind of done that, and Philip actually loves it as well. And the three of us will sit at the table, and Miles even has made a couple sometimes. And we just sit there, and it's just like kind of making these little pins for her. And it reminds me of making bracelets because you can put
Yeah.
the little sayings on them, decorate them, make them all individual. Um, and yeah, of course, I'm a Swiftie.
Yeah, I was
Make
going to say
friendship bracelets.
yes. Always.
I actually have been gifted friendship bracelets from Era's tour by two different people, and I'm just gonna tell you, I value those bracelets so much because I didn't get to go to Era's tour, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like some Swiftie in the world made some bracelet that I have,
Yeah.
and that's really freaking cool.
That is really cool.
Share the love because you got to do something with all of these crafts.
I know, that was my problem. I have a whole she shack full of them. And I'm like, what do I do with all this? But I can't get rid of it. I made it.
Exactly. Is there anything else on here that sticks out to
Honestly, like doing any kind of embroidery or like crocheting,
you? Ooh, yeah.
which I've done a lot of embroidery, but I haven't done like crochet and that kind of stuff. But I know once you get into it, like I have friends that literally just sit there and will just like crochet because the muscle memory and all of that just happens. For my brain, not so much. But if you do have that kind of brain, that is like so rewarding. And you get like a scar, like the end prize. Yeah, blankets,
everything.
beanies, like it's
Anyone has a baby, you're making them a blanket.
yes.
Pay.
Yes, but yeah, I think we covered them all.
This one is good, and I'm just gonna take it with me, and maybe I will do it one day because I actually used to do this as a child. If you knew me, maybe like 7, 8, and under, and you had a birthday, I made you a birthday card.
Oh,
And so
yes.
that's on your card making, and it has like someone cutting out. I would always like cut them into cool shapes,
Yes.
put things in them, decorate them, and like me even seeing this on this list kind of made me be like, oh, maybe I should make a card again, or something like that. And at the end of the day, I think Allie hit it. Do something with your hands that makes you like light up in a way that you used to when you were a kid.
Yeah.
That you're proud of. You make something that you're proud of. You can look at the finished project and be like, I did that. Or maybe it's ugly and you're like, oh, thank God that took me out of my mind for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it really is just like kind of connecting to yourself in a way that we don't have access to in our normal day to day. So we kind of have to create space in our lives to slow down and focus on something completely, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but just whimsical. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, no, and I think too, a lot of people in early sobriety complain about being bored.
Girl, I'll
I
send you
can give
this.
you activities for the rest of time. And maybe these aren't the activities that you're looking for, but I can promise you if you try,
Yes.
you might find out that you like it.
Soap making,
Soap making,
Legos,
Legos are big. Okay.
quilt making.
Quilt making is hard, very hard.
So there's a lot of stuff you guys have to learn if you're
Yeah,
bored.
lots of different levels. And hey, if all of this feels overwhelming, buy a coloring book and some markers. Enjoy.
Enjoy, knock yourselves out.
Puzzles. We'll go back to puzzles. We love puzzles.
Whether people are touching them or not. And just yes, have a wonderful day. Maybe you do something like this week and make a plan for you to have like 30 minutes, just you doing something with your hands, creative. Happy Monday. We love you, babes.
Talk soon.